Hey everybody, what's going on? My name is Matt with BoyceCrypto. We are seeing a little bit of green, a little bit of life here in these altcoins. In Bitcoin, was that it? Was that the carnage, or is there more to come? Let's dive in. Let's dive in and see. Thank you for sharing your time with me tonight. Let's jump in. Bitcoin, baby, Bitcoin. We did put out a long earlier on Twitter upon this crack of the 5-minute 200 SMA. Boom, 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 baby. We are getting that move to the upside. These trades over here on Blowfin. Interested in trading with me? Join with my link below in the description. We have Bitcoin and virtuals on a long. We have 10x on Bitcoin, 5x on virtual, moving to the upside. 21's curving. The altcoin's looking really, really good. Virtual's been absolutely booming since we put this out, right? Since seeing a little bit of weakness right now, we'll see. We'll move up these stop losses like good responsible traders, right, to break even. The Bitcoin one, I'm gonna let sit for a little longer, see if we could hold that 21, and I'll keep my stop loss here below the 5-minute 200 SMA. But we'll see how those trades cook throughout the stream. I am excited that everyone is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Is this the revival that we need to get these altcoins butts in gear? I mean, it looks pretty promising. We're seeing some big numbers here. 23%, 14% maker, taking back all the carnage that went through over the past few days, right? In a single candle. Really, really cool to see. Really awesome to see. Welcome everybody. Welcome Michaela. Welcome Wanda. Welcome April. Drop your altcoins in the chat. Anything that you guys want to go over, drop in the chat. I love interacting with you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's dive on into Bitcoin and see how the daily candle closed, right? Daily candle, massive red. It was terrible, right? Underneath our falling channel and this horizontal sloping support line, right? We did get a full candle body close beneath there, and we do have a nice wick that's forming on the last daily candle, right? And we are getting a little bit of green today. The bulls need to get their butts in gear, and they need to get their butts in gear very, very quickly, because the downside targets for me, what I'm looking at is this daily 200 SMA, right? And potentially all the way down here, this high volume node at 67,000. Well, why do I say that? Well, upon the retracement of the Fibonacci extent on our Fib tool right here, we could pull up our golden pocket, and it really does line up in confluence with this 200 SMA. And all the way down here to this high volume node, right? This is a key area for me that I think Bitcoin needs to hold in order for us to maintain that macro bullish structure for continuation to the upside, right? The 0.618 sits at about 83k, and the 786 sits about 75k. That's the area I'm speculating on a bounce. But for right now, we did get over those smaller time frame 200 MAs, the 1 minute, the 5 minute, and Bitcoin approaching the 15 minute, right? So I'm speculating on a little bit of a bounce here. Nothing goes straight down, right? Just like nothing goes straight up, nothing goes straight down. We may get a little bit of a reaction up here, reject from the 15-minute 200 MA, and continue our journey down to the depths, down to the crypto abyss. Shout out Crypto Kirby. All right, let's go on over and see the fear and greed index. This thing got absolutely cooked. Absolutely cooked down at 26. It was bad. It was bad, right? It continues to fall. You know, just about around the election time, right? We were up in extreme greed, and now we're getting really close to extreme fear. Times that have historically been awesome for accumulating Bitcoin. Times that have been historically amazing for accumulating Bitcoin and your favorite altcoin projects, right? So when we look at this green, it does give us a little bit of sign of hope that, hey, man, maybe being in this fear area, this is the time to accumulate altcoins at these awesome prices, right? A lot of altcoins sitting at or below their bear market lows, right? And if we do have this alt season that people are speculating on, right? Let's pull up Bitcoin dominance. If we do have alt season like people are speculating on, these are going to be the best prices that you see for these altcoins, right? Bitcoin dominance starting to give back a little, right? This is looking really, really good for the altcoins. Tell me this does not look like your standard bear flag, right? We're flagging out, flag and drag, J4 on League of Legends, right? Anybody who plays, whoa, what's up? All right, so we got our nice big flagpole, right? And this is on the 15-minute time frame, a time frame that is no joke. This isn't the 1 minute or the 5 minute. This 15-minute is very substantial, right? We start legging down here on Bitcoin dominance. We could start seeing a massive fall in Bitcoin dominance coming down to that daily. That's a 2% drop on the 15-minute time frame, right? And that's very substantial, right? Because we zoom out here on the daily. Where does our 200 sit, right? That target would take us down, approaching that daily 200 SMA. We break that daily 200 SMA on Bitcoin dominance. Altcoin season season, baby. All season. That's what we've been waiting for. That's what we've been waiting for. Let me check. My mic's on, right? My mic is on. All right, amazing. All right. So, yeah, all season, baby. That's what we've been waiting for. That's what we want to see, this catastrophic drop-off in Bitcoin dominance. I'm liking this double top here and the divergence that we went over the other day on the stream. We have, where's our RSI, baby? Where's our RSI? Let's get this up here. Come on, TradingView. What are you doing? We did have a nice bearish divergence forming on the daily time frame as we have this swing across here in price action, right? Swing across on Bitcoin dominance. We did have this swing down in the RSI telling us, BoyceCrypto, we are likely to break this low before this high. And look at that. We had a massive red candle today on Bitcoin dominance approaching that lower trend line there, right? Is this bearish divergence going to play out? I hope so for our altcoin's sake, right? Now, if Bitcoin does decide to take the tankaroonie, this thing's going to rip up like nothing else and break out of that long channel that we've been accumulating in for the past 2 years here, right? This long channel. All right, let's get rid of that. This long channel that we've been accumulating in for these past 2 years. This is exactly where we've been trading and trending in. And we are speculating on a break to the downside from here, right? But if Bitcoin dominance does get that juice, there's nothing saying that this can't percentages for Bitcoin dominance, right? That's something we got to keep on the radar. But for now, zooming in on that daily time frame. Oh, baby, what is going on? Oh! Oh! Did we freeze? Did we freeze? No, we're good. No, we're good. No, we're good. It's just Comcast. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. All right. Awesome. Awesome. But that is very possible for Bitcoin dominance here, right? Let's see. Let's dive in. I don't think we froze. I don't think we froze. Did we freeze? I don't think we froze. Shout out in the chat if you guys think I froze. Did I freeze? All right, so we could break above this upper trend line for Bitcoin dominance, right? And move to higher percentages. That's not what we want to see. We want to see a rejection here, a break of this 200 MA, and see the opposite happen. We want to see a break of that 200 MA, a test, a bearish retest of that bottom support line, right? And us move down to those lower prices. That is what I am looking for Bitcoin dominance here in the near term. I'm going to be tracking this very, very, very closely over the coming weeks, right? These are daily candles. It's going to take some time to play out. But everybody remembers, right, back in November when we had that mini alt season right here, right? We had that mini alt season. It was really nice for the altcoins. Altcoins got about 10% of love from Bitcoin, baby. Even as Bitcoin was pumping, that was a great time. That may have just been a teaser of what is to come, right? Because look at these prior drop-offs, right, for Bitcoin dominance, right? Woo! You drop off alt season 20%, right? And I'll speak about why this is so important in a minute. We lost to 200 MA and we fell down 37%. Think about how much money is in Bitcoin right now. This is absolutely massive. I am freezing up. Woo! It's going in and out. Okay. All right. Can you try killing? Really? All right, we're back, baby. We're back. We're back. We're back. I hope we're not freezing up on you guys. Don't worry. We may have some technical difficulties, but I am a technical expert when it comes to the mic. All right, here. We're jumped in. We're connected. We're connected. It looks good. It looks good. All right, let's see if that clears it up. My technical assistant roommate is working on a fix. All right. All right, let's dive in. Let's dive in. Good night. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So we got the that's what I'm speculating on for Bitcoin dominance here in the near term, right? We're going to be keeping track of this daily 200 MA. It is critical that we break below that and start alt season sooner rather than later, because if we get a breakup from this channel, there really doesn't look like there's much giving back. You get a breakup from this channel and you're looking for higher price targets for Bitcoin dominance, right? That's not what we want to see, and the altcoins will bleed like never before. Is Bitcoin about to show us why it's king, or are we just at the cusp of one of the greatest alt seasons in history? Think about it. How much money is in Bitcoin right now? It's a $2 trillion asset class, baby. Back here, you were only looking at about a $700 billion asset class. Bitcoin's 3 times the value it was as it was back here. More than that, so 4 times even, right? So when you have a colossal, 30% drop, when you're talking about Bitcoin, if Bitcoin rips to 150, 200K later on this season, right? Later on this year, it could get absolutely massive. Yes, sounding good. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Awesome. We're back in action. We're back in action. We could get some nasty capitulation action for Bitcoin dominance and get those altcoins booming, baby, booming, right? A $2 trillion asset class compared to a $4 trillion asset class, compared to a $500 billion asset class, right? It's huge when it comes to Bitcoin dominance, right? With Bitcoin being that much larger, that means alt season will be that much more grand. Now, given that there are a lot more altcoins in this space right now, right? So who's going to get the love and who's going to get annihilation, right? There are coins that are going to survive and die. Not every coin can pump 500%, baby. Not every coin can pump massively. There's not enough money in this market to do it, right? There was 10,000 coins back here in this alt season. Now we have I know we have over a couple million, right? So there's going to be coins that survive and coins that die. And we have coins launched every day over here on the DEX screener, right? You can literally see it. You pull it up here and you got trending, new pairs in the past, newest, and you'll see these start scrolling down, right? This is 18 seconds old, 32 seconds. You had 5 coins, 10 coins come out in the last minute, and they'll constantly pump out like that, right? And a lot of these are pump and dumps. Most of them, if not all of them, are pump and dumps, right? But that's the thing you got to think about. Not all these coins are going to pump absolutely massively right off the get-go, right? Or whenever that 200 MA breaks on the daily, all these coins aren't going to necessarily pump. They're just what they are, man. They're pump and dump schemes for the most part, right? But there's substantial projects that get launched on DEX screener, but you can't get a massive bull run for everything, right? Does that make sense? You have that a couple million coins compared to 10,000. There are going to be winners and there are going to be losers. What spaces are going to be winners, BoyceCrypto? What spaces are going to be winners? Well, I have my own perspective, right, on that. There's a lot of cool projects in the crypto spaces, but here's where I would, and I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I do should be taken as financial advice, baby. But if I were speculating, right, on the best coins to get into, I'd be looking at this USA category. Why, BoyceCrypto? Why do we care if they're released or made in the USA? Well, we got Donald Trump in saying that he wants to make USA cryptos tax-free potentially. If that does happen, a lot of capital is going to rotate into these assets, because you could look at everything being very comparable to Bitcoin. And if I know that Chainlink and a Shiba Inu are going to go up the same amount of percentages, right? And I don't have to pay taxes on Chainlink, I'm going to be in Chainlink 10 times out of 10, right? That's the key, right? What I'm thinking about whenever I'm diving into these assets, right? And I'm thinking about what has the greatest edge. I'm speculating on some kind of legislation like that being passed, right? And these coins absolutely taking the brute of the market and getting a large amount of market share whenever, minus Trump coin, whenever the market does pick up, right? That's just my perspective. That's what I'm seeing, right? I do like this category on CoinMarketCap, that USA, made in the USA, baby, right? Some of the best assets, I think. You have XRP, one of the strongest coins in the game. Solana been taking a beat down lately. Solana losing a lot of trust. You have the hottest meme coin, right? Cardano, Chainlink, some of the hottest Sui, some of the hottest projects. So it just goes hand in hand, right? If you're going to be in a hot project, why not be in a hot project that's potentially about to be tax-free, right? That's just my perspective, right? All right, tell me what coins you guys are interested in. I want to see what's going on in the chat. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Michaela says, hey, what's up, Michaela? Remember to shave. Oh, no, I didn't shave. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Thank you, Michaela. Lighting up that like, share, subscribe button. Awesome. Super helpful for me. Hola, just seen your post in the 99. Cool to have someone streaming at this time. Yeah, man, absolutely. That's why we moved it to this time, so that we could dive on in and analyze the markets when there's nobody else streaming, right? This is a cool environment to hang out in. I'm excited to be here with you guys. Hey, so awesome. Like, subscribe. Thank you, April. I was freezing up a little. We got that fixed up. Looking and sounding good. Thank you, man. I've been working on it. The lady gave me a nice haircut here. We are looking good. I don't have that mane anymore, right? But I did lose about 2 pounds off my head. I feel way more alive, right? Way more alive. Got the hearts from April. What's up, girl? How you doing? And we are looking good, sounding good. Just happened the one time. Thank you, man. Thank you. All right, let's dive in. Let's look at these trades, how they're doing. We got the Bitcoin trade about break even, virtuals trade in profit, right? We're kind of sitting about where we did. We entered these before we went to bed last night / during the day, right? I sleep during the market hours. That's crazy, right? But I do stay up all night. Ladies on nights, right? So I got to be up all night with her. That's why we're streaming at this time, baby, bringing you this energy. I got the energy with me. We got the monster rehab. We are ready to go. We're going to crack it here and get ready. Drop your coins in the chat. Whatever you guys want to go over, I am excited. Let's dive in to Ethereum, the market leader when it comes to the altcoins. Despite being beaten down, we're going to look at Ethereum real quick and see what this mammoth is telling us about the markets here in the near term, right? And as we're seeing on Bitcoin, we're getting a little bit of a green candle. Ethereum is still struggling, right? I mean, even though it's still an indecision doji, Ethereum just got absolutely plastered, right? We were speculating on higher prices here when we had those two nice green candles over here just to get decimated by that Bybit hack. Just happened to affect Ethereum. Really weird, isn't it? Really weird how the Bybit hack happened, right? Just when Bybit was buying back the Ethereum due to that hack. It was really, really strange, paying back everybody at a kind of a cheaper rate. I don't know. Bybit is, to me, it's up to some shenanigans, man. It's up to some shenanigans. I was looking here, and some coins didn't take a beating as bad, right, as some of these other coins, like BNB. Like, if everything moves in hand in hand with Bitcoin, why didn't BNB take an absolute crackdown, right, just along the rest of the market, only falling about 2% on the week when you have some of the biggest players, 14, 16, 7, 7, the biggest players, XRP 9. Why not Binance Coin, maybe? I don't know. I just feel like there's some sketch going on in the market. It is strange to me how everything moves tick and tick with Bitcoin, isn't it? You guys ever notice that? Like, oh, Bitcoin's up $3, my altcoin's up $6. Like, it seems to just move so fluently. I've always wondered that about the market. If you guys have any ideas about that, drop that in the chat. Virtuals, Wanda. Virtuals. You want to look at virtuals? Let's dive into virtuals. The first coin of the night from the chat. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you for dropping that in. We are going to dive in the virtuals protocol for you. Let's dive in. So virtuals, we were seeing a beautiful daily divergence form here on the RSI, right? We got that swing down in price action while we got that swing up in the RSI here on the daily time frame, right? And so far that has held. It got close with that Bitcoin capitulation, but still virtuals has held its own, right? We've held above. We haven't broken that low yet. Are we going to break this high before we break this low? Well, this daily divergence does say so, right? It does seem likely. Virtuals looks really good on the small time frames for me. We did break above that 5-minute 200 SMA back here, right? And we were approaching, and I broke above that 15-minute 200 MA, being supported by the 21 on the way up for price action. This is our trade right here, ladies and gentlemen, and it is looking very juicy right now. I'm speculating on this trade going all the way to target at 1.2357 for virtuals, baby. And this thing can move. When it wants to move, it moves. It towers, right? So I like seeing what I'm seeing for virtuals. Let's see if we get that push to the upside for the virtuals protocol. Virtuals super cool if you guys never been on there, right? There's tons and tons of AI that you could interact with, and they can do all sorts of stuff. Market analysts, right? They could do all sorts of different tasks for you. There's video bots and everything that you could interact with. Some of them even have YouTube channels and whatnot. It is crazy, right? It is crazy, and I'm kind of speculating on this space taking over. I know Virtual's been taking an absolute beatdown as of late, but man, I do like what Virtuals is doing overall, right? And even though it was back at $5 here, I do see this recovering and taking back this massive beatdown over time, right? I really do. Good night. You got to scroll out forever, right? Woo! Yeah, Virtual's taking a massive beatdown. That daily bearish divergence, you got to start somewhere on a recovery, everybody. You got to start somewhere, and daily bullish div is where that is likely to start. We got that daily bullish div. Let's see if we can kick it on out of here. We do have a high volume node to get over. I do like the stochastics RSI curving back in the upward direction, baby. We're going to come up here to an overbought. I'd like to see us get pinned there and get a massive squeeze to the upside. I know there's a lot of people shorting this asset, but there could be some massive candles that take out those shorts. I'm speculating on that for virtuals here in the near term. Yes, Wanda, absolutely. Virtuals, that's virtuals in a nutshell for you. We are long on virtuals, long and strong on virtuals, baby. Right now we are down here currently 5% in the profit on our virtuals trade here. Boop. 5% in profit on our virtuals trade, and we are doing what we are always doing on this channel. We are doing 150 on virtuals. Where is Here we go. We got our stop loss at 111, right? And our take profit is up here at 123. Whenever I post on X for you guys, the take profit is set in a number here. I switched that to a limit, right? Why do I take it to a limit? Because I want to pay less fees, right? I want to pay less fees whenever I'm trading, right? So you always want to limit in. You always want to limit sell if you can, right? Whenever you limit sell, you don't see that order right here. You just see the total amount that you'll be selling based on your position, right? So that's what I'm looking at for the virtuals protocol, everybody. Virtuals, baby, virtuals to the upside. It's coming. It's coming. I mean, we got this downward slope and resistance. Let's see if we could crack that. We got that daily bull div. I'd like to see this get a move to the upside here. And if Bitcoin does even just hold its ground and dominance keeps falling, baby, virtuals is going to moon. Virtuals is going to moon if that dominance starts to crack, because it was once up in the top 20. This thing has a massive speculation on it right now. I think that it could do massive numbers. I think that it could do massive numbers. All right, what's diving in? Josh, what's up, man? How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. First time diving in. Great energy. Can you look at Caspa, please? Caspa, yeah, absolutely. Let's dive in. Caspa, baby, one of the older coins in the game. Did have massive hype upon its release back here. Let's see. This is the perpetuals. Hold on. Caspa. Let's look at the USD pair. All right, Caspa, right? Up trading at 21 cents. It was, right? And it kind of formed this nasty complex, right? Shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, kind of lifer shoulder, right? It's looking kind of sus on the higher time frames. But let's dive in and let's see if we are looking at a high probability of a reversal, right? Let's dive into the daily. Let's dive into the daily here. All right, Caspa beaten down. Hey, man, just like everything else in the market, this has taken an absolute pee-pee smack over the past couple of days, right? Just like Bitcoin, just like altcoins, right? All right, but what I am liking, hey, you're coming over the oversold region, right? This could be the beginning of a higher low. I do like that. Bitcoin's got to hold its ground, though. Bitcoin does have to hold its ground. I am seeing some kind of a symmetrical triangle here forming for Caspa, right? They are 50-50, right? They are 50-50 patterns, but these do like to dump. These like to dump, baby. But here we go. We got our target, right? This is on the daily time frame, man. So if you're looking for bigger moves, this would be awesome to see a break to the upside, crack that high volume node, and come back to the 200 MA on the daily. That would be awesome with stochastic resetting. That looks good. There's no bear div or anything that's rearing its ugly head in our faces. You know, the RSI is trending upwards, you know, starting to curve back towards that signal line. I like what I'm seeing for Caspa here in the near term. And this move is pretty substantial, man. If coming from here, if you get that breakout, you're looking at a 54% move to the upside. And guess what, baby? You crack that daily 200 MA. Everybody who's been here with me on this channel knows you crack that daily 200 MA, baby. BoyceCrypto becomes a bull. We become a bull. You crack the daily 200 MA, right? And you could go on a ride, baby. You could go on a ride. That's what we are looking for Caspa here, right? You break that daily 200 MA, right? And you are gone, baby. You are gone. That is what we're looking for the macro bull market for Caspa, right? In my humble opinion. Again, not a financial advisor, right? But you know, when you're talking about altcoins getting beaten down this bad, right, and showing some signs of recovery, you know, I think I wouldn't be surprised to see some kind of higher risk reward trades play out like this with the stop below the recent wick of yesterday, right? Even if Bitcoin holds its own with dominance falling, I think it's very unlikely that these altcoins come down and break that wick with dominance falling so hard and there being so much money in Bitcoin, right? So this would be kind of a trade that I'd be looking at for Caspa, right? Just a setup, right? This isn't one that I'm going to take, but this would just be a setup for Caspa. I want to see the stochastics start to roll over here, baby. I want to see it start to roll over to the upside. It's going to take some time to play out, right? It could take, you know, until mid-March to play out, right? You get that boom to the upside. But when Caspa wants to move, you know, look at this. In the span of 4 days, you have a 46% pump. This thing can do some damage, everybody. This thing can do some damage. So that's what I'd like to see going here into the future for Caspa, right? Breaking it down on the smaller time frames. Let's go in. It's probably just like everything else going on that 200 MA rampage. And right now, just getting above that 15-minute 200 MA. Now, if you're a high leverage guy, man, if you're a high leverage guy and you're like, BoyceCrypto, I like that 100x, baby. What are we doing? What are we looking at for high leverage, right? For high leverage, you're breaking above this. I'd like to see some kind of flag form. I put a stop below the recent low, and I always go 2 to 1, man. My trades are specifically 50 for 100, right? But you do you. Whatever your risk risk reward is, that's awesome. I'd keep an eye out on this high. Let's zoom out here, get this VRVP updated. I'd zoom out. You got a gap up here in the high volume in the VRVP, man, all the way up to that 0.0958 level. That would be awesome to see. You're approaching a golden cross here on the 15-minute time frame. That is always good to see. When you get that golden cross, you want to see 21 continue with price action. For all my lifers in the chat, right? For all the lifers, what's up, guys? You know, this is a lot of Sam Price's teachings going on here, but on the smaller time frames, that's what you're going to want to see going moving into the future, right? You're going to look like you're going to flag out here, flag a Rooney, boop, boop, boop. You're going to flag a Rooney, right? 15 minutes going to continue to drop. The 21 is going to come up in the price action, and boom, you're gone, baby. Boom, you're gone. That's likely what happened here on the 5-minute, right? Let's go to the 5-minute. All right. You got over the 5. You couldn't hold over the 5-minute here. Didn't close any candle bodies, right? You got a little flag and drag here. Boop. A little flaggy. Right? Flagged over the 5, and you had that massive move to the upside off the 5-minute time frame. Right, pushing up to almost the target right there, and you did hit the target eventually, right? So that's what I'd be looking at for Casper on the smaller time frames. You want to look at this 1-minute 200 SMA. It's really strong, everybody. It is really strong. You know, once you cross that, you can get some massive moves. But you go to the 3-minute, and the 5-minute, and the 7-minute, and the 15-minute, and all the minutes, right? Anytime you cross a 200 MA, it is a great signal, right? That you can potentially take a trade on that time frame, right? Now the 15-minute, you treat it just like the 1-minute, right? It's going to take a little longer to play out, right? But this is what you're looking at for Caspa here in the near term, right? All right, jumping on into the chat, Caspa, baby. That is my analysis for Caspa. I'm liking what I'm seeing. I kind of wait for these stochastics to maybe reset just a little bit, and you are getting a little bit of bear div here, right, on the smaller time frames as you have that swing up in price action. Let's clear this out here. You do have a swing up in price action, right? Boop, 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 boop. Swing up in price action while you are currently having a swing across on the RSI/swing down, right? That is a little bit of bear div. Just keep that on your radar, man, with the overbought stochastics. But I'm liking what I'm seeing for Caspa, especially on the daily time frame, baby. That bottom wick looks like a juicy area to keep your stop loss, right? And I know, oh, the market makers will just come and fill that wick, right? Yeah, well, big wicks are hard to fill. They definitely are, right? And on the altcoins, when dominance is falling, I don't think those wicks are going to get filled unless Bitcoin takes a massive plopper, right? We don't want to see that plop. Let's dive into the chat, everybody. What's up? What's up? All right, we went over virtuals. Thank you, Wanda, for putting that out. What's the DOM at? What's the DOM? The dominance, man. Yeah, we just took a peek at the DOM. Bitcoin dominance currently sitting at 61, right? We speculated on that bear flag, and woohoo! Look at this, everybody. It looks like it is playing out already, right? Just before our very eyes, right? We had that bear flag, right? I was kind of did we get that bullish retest, right, and a rejection off? It looks like we did to me, right, on the 15-minute. You have a massive flagpole, everybody. That is a massive pole. Shout out to everybody who likes those massive poles. All right, and we would drag this pole down, right, to the breakout point, and that would give you your target, and you're dropping below 60% then. This could have been the top for Bitcoin dominance, everybody. I'm not saying it is, but let's look at the hourly. We're losing the 200 MA on the hourly, and we're forming a flag below. That is screaming bearishness to me, everybody. And dominance has been on an absolute moonshot since we had that massive capitulation event back on the 2nd of February, the biggest crypto liquidation event in history. You know, I don't know if it was in history. Was yesterday? Yesterday, they had to have liquidated a ton of people. I know that they had to have gotten billions yesterday. They had to have. There's no way they didn't. They broke below some major support levels for Bitcoin, and the altcoins got absolutely carnage. I don't know. That might have been the most massive day. I'm not 100% sure. I'll have to look into that. But yeah, this bear flag looking to play out, push to the downside. I like how the stochastics look like they're looking to round. You're not oversold yet, which is looking good. We were forming bear div this entire time on the way up, right, which eventually led us to breaking this low. Yeah, we haven't broken this low before this high yet, so it does look like that's about to play out. We're below the high volume node, something that I like to see, and that is what I'm looking at for Bitcoin dominance here in the near term. All right, Sin Nasty Kid, thanks for dropping that, man. First in here, great energy. We looked at Caspa. Heck yeah, we did. Josh, that's my analysis on Caspa, man. Keep dropping them in the chat. I love going over coins, man. You know, the other everybody's bringing these coins, right? And when it gets in front of me, there's always a chance I'm going to take a live trade on it. Like, if it looks good, I'm going to trade it in front of front of you guys on the live, right? That's what I'm looking at. All right, let's dive in. Thank you, mate. Gave you a like and a sub. You're a legend, Josh. I appreciate you, man. We are on the way to 100 subs, everybody. We're going to be giving away some Solana at our 100 subscriber count. Drop that and subscribe, and we're going to come up with a competition, right? I got to talk to the lady. I'll be like, my lady, what do we want to do to have these guys... to get these guys up for some Solana, because it's going to be so juicy, guys. And it's cool because, you know, there's 100 people. There's 100 people subbed to me, right? There's about to be 100 people subbed to me. That's going to be the beginning of of an era. It's going to be the beginning of an era, everybody. I like bringing massive energy to crypto, something I just don't see in the space. I think that this could really turn into something special, and you guys are the earliest, man. I'm not going to forget you guys. Like, when I'm going to form a Discord trading group kind of stuff, you know, long term, right? And I'm not, these are the people that I'm not going to charge, right? These are the people, just because being here with me, right, like so early has just meant so much to me, right? And it's so hard to get your first, you know, your first initial following. And you guys have showed that anything is really possible to me. And I appreciate you guys being here and helping me with the algorithm and everything and just showing your support. You guys are absolute legends, right? And you guys will be remembered in the future, right? You guys will be remembered in the future. You guys won't be paying a penny for any kind of paid services that I do later on if this does continue to take off. And it will, baby, it will. I'm gonna be here every single night for you guys. I love this. I love crypto, baby. I love trading. All right, let's dive in. How high can quant go? Let's dive into quant. Man, quant. I know one of the hotter coins. Woo! Look at that pump, baby, on the 1 hour. You got over the 5, and you never look back, baby. You never look back. Let's see where we're at for quant. Taking the reins right now. Oh, I remember seeing that as a big boo-boo, right? Where's the big boo-boo? Right there. Big boo-boo on Crypto Bubbles on the day. Quant, I think it's the second or third. Yeah, the third biggest gainer in the top 100. Look at that. Quant taking the world by storm. What is going on with quant? Taking out all that. Look at that, right? Taking out almost all the... Ooh, almost all. It did take out all the nastiness that happened over the last few days in just a couple candles. Quant screaming to the upside here. Let's look at it on the daily, right? Let's look at it on the daily. Quant said, hey, daily 200 SMA, I'm not giving you up this quick, baby. I'm not giving you up this quick. We did have, let's see. Yeah, we did have some bullish div here forming on the daily, right? A swing across in price action while you have a slight swing up here in the RSI. That daily bull div did kick in. You cracked this high before you cracked this low. That's looking really good to me, man. You're getting above some high volume nodes here. Is quant gonna be the next big thing? It's one that hasn't been on my radar, but man, hey, thank you for putting that out. Look at quant in this massive wedge, right? Look at quant in this massive wedge. Was that just a bullish retest for higher prices? Quant looking to take the world by storm. Boots! Hey, stop chewing on that. Good night. Right? My dog chewing on a ball. Whoo, it's driving me nuts. All right. Yeah, we're looking quant looking absolutely boom to the upside here. Quant looking really good to me. One of the hottest coins in the game just from looking at it here. You don't see a lot of coins like this, right? We're getting a massive push to the upside. And, you know, speculatively, this could be a nasty trade right here. You're going to have a lot of protection here as you're going down, right? It's always good to have a lot of protection. We all know that, don't we, men? All right, so we're going down. You got high volume nodes in here. Boom, boom, boom. That could all serve as support. You have the 21. You have the 200. You have the high volume nodes sitting down here at 66. Hold on one second. I got to take care of this dog. Good night. Get over here. Yeah, come on. Let's go. Nope. In. Let's go. In. What's up, guys? What's up? Sorry, I had to take care of that. She was chewing. Like, you guys, fuck, where is it? Give me that. Look at this. Look at this. She had this in her mouth, right? What is that? I can't deal with that. That's ridiculous. Ugh, it tastes a little weird. All right. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. That's quant. That's what I'm looking at for quant on the bigger time frames. It looks really, really awesome here. Looking for bullish continuation out of this massive, massive flag, this bullish pennant that kind of formed right on the daily time frame. That looks like a beautiful bullish retest to me. You go above the 21, you're above the 200, right? And you look to be moving further to the upside. You look to be moving further to the upside, and that would be crazy for quant, right? Because looking out on the weekly, then you're teasing with all-time highs, baby. You're teasing with the highs. I think you're teasing with the highs. I'm not sure if this gives us all the boop, boop, boop. Does this give us all the data? No, you're not teasing with the highs yet, but hey, this could be the beginning of something. This really could, because once you break that flag, right? What are your resistances? What are your areas of like, oh, like should I start taking some profit? Well, you got 162, 192, and then tell me past there, everybody, you had this prior area of resistance support that could have turned into resistance, and then you have the highs. That's it. That's it. You got 4 major levels on quant. This thing has been accumulating in this area for years, everybody, since 2022. So that's like what that's what you're gonna be looking at for quant. Is quant gonna be the leader in this altcoin cycle? You know, I know it's a good project. I'll have to do a little more research on it, but baby, this looks good on the daily time frame. This looks really good on the daily time frame. All right, I really like what I'm seeing for quant here. It looks like quant's about to go on an absolute rampage, Thank you for bringing us quant, man. Thank you for bringing us quant. I really like what I'm seeing here for quant. Trade idea for quant, baby. Trade idea for quant. You're looking at a long here, right? And I would look at the smaller time frames for, you know, a better entry, but you know, you can put your stop. I would put your stop. You could use it below this wick if you want to be more conservative. But if you're assuming that this was a bullish retest, you could get a really juicy risk to reward off of this here. You know what? Are we about to open our first long-term trade here on the channel? Are we about to milk quant for these nasty gains? What's that risk reward? 4.7 to 1. Yeah, baby, let's go. Let's go on quant. Let's go on quant. I love it. I like it. It's the hottest coin in the game right now. Let's go on quant. You know, smaller time frames look good. We're above the 21. The 1 hour 21 coming up in the price action. That could get pulled, everybody. I'm liking what I'm seeing. What's the 4 hour looking like? The 4 hour breaking the 200. BoyceCrypto is in, everybody. BoyceCrypto is in. Let's dive in. Let's dive in. You know, what are we looking at here? Let's go over to TradingView where I like to set up my trades. We got 195 take profit at 82 stop loss. 195 take profit and an 82 stop loss. So I'll put 195 for my profit, 82 for the stop loss. Let's drag this over here and let's see what we got. We will do a longer term trade. I'm down to do 100 for 400, right? 100 for 400 sounds good, baby. Let's go. We're going to limit in here. Boop, boop, boop. We're in. We're in. I'm going to take that more speculative trade with the stop loss just below the prior wick. I like what I'm seeing for quant. We are going to keep that on our radar, baby. Live trade alert. Live trade alert! Right, we are in on quant. Let's see how that performs over time. I really like what I'm seeing right there. Using $166 a margin, controlling $500 a quant, and we are taking that to the target, baby. We'll as soon as we get a move out of here, we'll drag that stop loss up to break even, de-risk ourselves, and we will move forward. Let's see how that performs over the course of the bull market. That's gonna be a longer term trade, baby. And who knows? I mean, quant. Look at this thing. This thing was able to move massively, right? Back in that November time frame. Just a couple days, you're up 78%. If we get a couple candles and we're up 78%, everybody, we're gonna limit out and we're just gonna say, hey, that was a run on quant. That was a run on quant. Maybe we'll take our just bring our stop up, right, and we'll go for some higher prices. But quant looks like it's hot in the game right now, right? And everybody, I just took a live trade in front of you in on quant, right? I'll post that up on Twitter as soon as we are done with the stream. You guys are first in it here. Quant, baby, quant to the moon, quant to the moon. Let's see if we could crack this high and go to higher prices. You know, we're at $100. We're looking for essentially almost a double up, a 91% move for quant on leverage. Let's go, baby. That's what we're going for. Those are the big moves we're going to be searching for on this channel. Thank you for bringing us quant. Who brought us quant? Josh? 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 No, not Josh. Sin Nasty Kid, you're a legend, man. Thank you for bringing us quant. We are in, baby. We are in. We are long and strong on quant. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Thank you for bringing that to us. All right, diving in. All right, like this sub. Thank you, Blair. Hey, man, you're a legend. First time here. Saw you, yeah, 99. Heck yeah. Shout out to the lifers, right? First time here. Liked and subbed in front of the 99 also. Dude, you're a legend. Thank you guys. Hey, I love you guys. The 99 man, awesome. Sam Price, Crypto Lifer. A lot of my a lot of what I'm going over here are his teachings, right? I give a lot of credit to the Crypto Lifer. I love you, man. Thank you, Sam Price, man. You're a legend. You changed my life, right? Thank you to the 99. All you guys supporting. You guys are awesome, right? That community is really truly special, right? And I couldn't do it without y'all. All right, diving in. Quant to the moon, baby. Let's go. Please look at Hyper Liquid, Wanda. Absolutely. Let's dive into Hyper Liquid. Hyper Liquid, it was looking like one of the strongest coins in the game until it took a massive beat down. Hold on, we got the uvula. Uvula is dry. Hyper Liquid, baby. Let's pull it up. All right. Hype, a new coin, right? New coin came out early December. No. Came out earlier this year, right? Yeah, early December. On TradingView anyway, right? And we did have it in this flag. It looked really, really good for continuation to the upside. We got a breakout, right? We got that bullish. Oh, let's clean some of this up here, baby. Woo! You don't want a dirty chart, right? All right. So we're speculating on this flag, right? And I think we added a little tighter here. We got that breakout, right? We had that bullish retest, that candle to the upside. We were in a long, right? We were in a long there, and then we just got absolutely destroyed, right? We got absolutely destroyed. We got stopped out. It is what it is, right? That's why we have to have what? Good risk management, everybody. Good risk management, right? And then since we've, came back down to the pattern and fallen out, right? Quant took a nasty nosedive from up at the top there of about, 36% in just a matter of, 6 days. That is absolutely disgusting for Hyper Liquid, not Quant, Hyper Liquid, right? So let's dive into the smaller time frames and let's see what we are seeing. Just like the rest of the charts here, we are seeing a push for Hyper Liquid, right? Same charts, different asset, right? Same charts, different asset. Look at this thing, right? You could say, hey, BoyceCrypto, that's a bear flag screaming in our face. And it definitely could be. It definitely could be. I'm not going to lie, right? This could be a nasty bear flag, right? And something about Quant, right? These assets that get released, right? People talk about price discovery to the upside, right? But nobody talks about price discovery to the downside. Whenever you have an asset that's released at any price, right? This could definitely be a bear flag heading to the downside, right? Down into the crypto abyss. Crypto Kirby, what's up, man? Yeah, another 35% drop. That is possible, right? That is possible. But I think it's highly unlikely that that bear flag plays out if Bitcoin dominance is going to start slipping, right? And these more speculative projects, after Hype's gotten a lot of institutional adoption lately, not even institutional adoption, but just it's been signing a lot of contracts. I know I've seen on X that they've been making a lot of partnerships, right? And the NFT space kind of heating up. Like Hyper Liquid does seem like it wants to make a change here in the crypto space. So, you got to consider that. Currently, we're trading in this rising channel, right? We'll see what happens. We did get above that 15-minute 200 MA, baby. And we know what happens when we get above the 15-minute 200 MA. It's likely we come to the 30-minute 200 MA, which is sitting up here at about 22.25. That is exactly what we want to see here for a Hyper Liquid here in the short term, right? You're looking for a reversal, right? And these are very, very difficult to find sometimes, right? You got to look at it at the bigger time frames and try to catch some kind of divergence, right? Which you did have here on the 2 hour, right? We're zooming in here. We did have massive divergence here on the 2 hour, right? And it was like this for a lot of assets that felt like it wasn't going to kick in forever. But you had that swing down on price while you had that swing across in the oversold region, right? Yeah, this swing down is way more violent than this swing down, right? And that was your bearish or your bullish div, and it did end up kicking you to the upside, right? It is saying that you're going to break this high before this low, which looks very likely here in the near term, right? But this 15-minute 200 MA is going to need to hold. You're going to need to consolidate up here and push higher for price action, baby. Push higher for price action. So that's what I'm looking at for Hyper Liquid here in the near term, right? It has taken a little bit of a punishment compared to the rest of the market. Why? Well, it's newer, right? It's newer. It was the hottest thing since sliced bread, and when people started fearing for their altcoins, right, the people that were in more speculative projects started dumping a little harder than the rest of the market, right? So just because it doesn't have as much of a market cap as like Solana or XRP, right? Whereas those coins fell, 10, 15%, a lot of these fell 20, 25, 30%, which was absolutely nasty and carnage, right? Carnage. We do not want to see any more of that from the altcoins, right? If Bitcoin does decide to take that tumble, if Bitcoin does decide to say, hey, BoyceCrypto, I am going down into the crypto abyss, I am going to dump past that you know, that $85,000 level, we could come down to that daily 200 MA, and we could come down to that next high volume node. We're sitting at 68,000. I would still be a bull, everybody. I would still be a bull looking for higher prices from that point. I would be speculating on a lot longer term longs at that point. Why? Well, you know, let's pull up Bitcoin real quick. Why would I be speculating at longer term longs, right, from that point? Well, we have a key support resistance flip here, everybody, going on the daily time frame at that point, right? Look here, we haven't had this gap. There's a giant gap here in the VRVP coming all the way down to about 68,000, right? Which is where a lot of Bitcoin have traded hands. Why do we have a massive gap? Well, right here, we traded here. It was a weekend, right? We had a massive pump on the weekend, a massive pump on a Monday, right? Low volume, right? So you got Saturday, Sunday, Monday right here, right? When institutions were closed and weren't able to get their hands on any Bitcoin, right? During that time, it was post-election, and we haven't back-tested any of these regions. Not only that, but there's so many longs down in here, right? That's why Bookmap's on fire with longs down here, because we haven't seen prices that were down in this range since the election time. And with that Donald Trump hype, right, everybody thinks it's going to go absolutely to the moon, right? And now we're looking to fill this gap in the VRVP. It does not look the best, right? Despite the little green we're seeing today. When you zoom out, look at the size of that candle compared to these, right? We gotta get a bullish engulfing candle and get back above this level here at about 91,000 in order to get the warm and fuzzies that, hey, this may not be over here in the near term, right? And you know, coming down here, a support resistance flip would not be all that bad, right? When you're coming to the macro structure, right? Look at this, right? If you come down here and flip this into support, right? You come down here and flip this into support, right? And then you dip below, you sweep liquidity, you come back up, you create support up here again, and then you're looking for higher prices. Tell me this doesn't look like it could play out, right? Tell me this doesn't look like it could play out exactly to a T, right? Just because it looks like a healthy chart, right? If we were to go up from here, right? If we were to just go straight up from here, right, rip up to 150K, and I think we will. I think we will rip up very, very hard, very, very fast, and I think we are going to 150K by the end of the year, but I think it's going to take a lot more time, right? There's still 52 more candles, baby, in the rest of the year, or like 40 candles, right, in the rest of the year. It wouldn't take much for us to come down here, bounce pretty violently. I think that'll take until about, May, June, if it does happen, right, and we could see prices further to the upside. But imagine this, right? Say we did just go up here, right, and now we're consolidating again, and use them out. Now you're really, really overextended, right? And whenever the bear market will come, whenever you're this overextended, you're going to get a massive, well, I'm not saying it's going to be that big, but you're going to get a massive, massive liquidation event when the big players, the big whales decide to start hitting that sell button, baby. That's not what we want to see, right? For Bitcoin, we want to see a healthy chart, healthy consolidation up, because it decreases the likelihood of a massive, massive crash, right? We aren't back here anymore. It is a different environment. Back here, it was a heavily speculative environment, right? Now we got governments, states, right? Which is interesting. I saw a lot of states today rejecting the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve proposals. That's crazy to me, right? We'll talk about that a little later. But yeah, rejecting the Bitcoin Strategic Reserve proposals, is that going to affect us here in the near term, right? Because it is all the way up to, it's the legislation that matters, right? It's not the president that can say, oh, National Strategic Reserve, and the states have to do it too, right? Each state has their own government, right? And some of them have been rejecting it. I think there's like 6-7 states that have just been like, nah, I'm not doing that, right? Or the ones that have proposed it have been rejected, right? That is pretty wild to me. And we'll see how that unfolds, right? So yeah, coming down here and making this prior resistance here, support, does not seem bad in the overall term. Now in the near term, that's going to feel like carnage. It really will. But for healthy price action, you can come down here and bounce around, come back up and consolidate, and then we'll look to moon, right? And then you're looking at mid-August, mid-July of next year, right? And we're sitting up in this $170,000 region. It could happen, everybody. And I'm not saying that is going to happen, but there is definitely a shot. All right, diving into the chat, right? Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome. Please look at hype. We looked at hype. Quant to the moon, baby. I love the emojis. Light up those emojis in there. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you for putting in Hyper Liquid. What a legend here every night. Thank you, Wanda. I appreciate you. All right, so let's look at the biggest gainer and loser on the day. Something I like to do here on the channel. Let's look at Maker, right? The lending platform absolutely skyrocketing, right, to the upside. Maker, baby, Maker. Ooh, Maker looking really juicy here, coming up to test what? That daily 200 SMA. You get above the daily 200 SMA for Maker. What happened the last time, baby? You had a massive run, 159%. You did get a close here, and you did have a 26% candle after that, right? And the 21's pretty close to price action here. That would not surprise. It would not surprise me to see Maker absolutely take the reins and go on a massive run. Maker has had in the past some massive runs, a 3-week cycle where it went up 182%, and we are sitting at prices that are higher than we are right now at about 2,200 before it ripped all the way up to about $6,000, baby. So let's see what we got here for Maker, right? We got a little bit of a supported line and bull div, right? Bull div. Is that not bull div to you guys? Look at this. We got a swing down in price action. Oh yeah. Well, we got our swing. Oh, come on, TradingView. There we go. Well, we got a slight swing up in the RSI, right? To me, that's bull div, everybody. That's bull div, baby. You got a swing down in price action. Well, you have a swing up on the RSI. That's bull div, saying that you're going to break this high before you break this low. Definitely possible. Maker saying, I'm about to take the reins here. Break the 200 MA. You're above the high volume nodes here. Let's zoom out, update that VRVP. You're about to break the high volume nodes right there. You know, it's likely that you're going to come up and gap up to that $2,000 level right here. And then after that, that's your next high volume node. After that, you don't have a lot before you come up and test that prior high at $4,000. Maker looking like it wants to rebound here. All that divergence played out. You had that bull dip, nice bull div forming. You had 3 massive days. Maker on a tear. How did Maker survive? How did Maker survive this? Maker survived this entire carnage, right? 100% in the past. Oh, this is on the weekly. 100% in the past 3 weeks. How did it survive that carnage? That is crazy to me. Crazy. Maker absolutely coming back with a vengeance, right? 100% in less than 100% in about 23 days. That is absolutely massive, everybody. That's a massive move. You got the 21 curving up. Let's see if we get that golden cross going and get that moonshot to the upside. I think it is very likely. For Maker here in the near term. You're getting over that daily 200 SMA here. You're about to come up to the weekly 200 SMA. You're above the daily, baby. You're above the daily. I'm a bull on Maker. I am a bull on Maker, right? Let's see if we can get some kind of move like this up in the alt season. This looks really surprising coming from a project that just hasn't been talked about a lot, and that's when you want to get into things, when they're just on people's radar. I will be looking to take a long tomorrow on Maker. If we get a long-term long, I'm going to start speculating on these longer-term longs, everybody, with this dominance starting to fail, right, and looking like it wants to start bear flagging to the downside. I think a lot of these stronger projects are going to make a massive moves to the upside here. So that's what I'm going to be looking at for Maker. That single candle right there, if that closes, right, in 19 hours and 37 minutes, we'll be back here on the live, you know, almost at that time, right? I'll keep you guys updated on Twitter, but I will be looking to take a long here. I'd like to see this 21 come up a little further to price action, get that golden cross on the daily, baby, and let's get this let's get over the 200 on the weekly. Maker, baby, Maker about to make us some money, baby. That's what I think going on here into the future. I'm not going to open up a long coming up to this weekly because right now you're pinned in between the daily and the weekly, but I want to see a candle body close above this daily, and I'm going to speculate that Maker is going to absolutely take this weekly 200 MA, and we are back. Bull, baby, bull. That's what I'd like to see. That's what I'd like to see from Maker. We will live Maker tomorrow. I'm going to keep that in my notebook here. Maker, baby, Maker. Let's look at it. Let's keep it on our radar for tomorrow for a longer term trade. That's what I'd like to see for some of the stronger assets in the game. Now let's dive over into the loser, everybody. The loser, right? So I can't believe that show The Biggest Loser is gone, right? Was that fat shaming? I don't know why they got rid of that, but I thought it was such a good show, right? It motivated people to lose weight. All right, Radium. Let's dive into Radium, right? Shout out to all my bigger people. I love big people. I'm in the gym trying to get big every single day. All right. The daily time frame, this looks like carnage for Radium. We just fell below the daily 200 MA out of this wedge, right? Not the look we want. And it's just been on a free fall, baby. Look at this. Good night. You were talking about a month ago, less than a month ago, trading up at $8, now down almost 70%. That is carnage, everybody. You're losing that daily 200 MA. I'm not touching Radium. I can't touch Radium, right? Let's see where the weekly's at. I don't even think you have a weekly because you're not 200 weeks old, right? You're not. No, you're not, right? So, yeah, the daily, not looking good for Radium here in the short term. what I think we need to see from these exchanges, right, like Solana, Radium, Jupiter, I think we need public acknowledgement that, hey, we need to come up with some way to protect people from celebrities doing pump and dump schemes. That's just my opinion, right? Because until you have that assurance, or they lock up a certain amount and they vest a little bit in these coins and projects that they are willingly launching on their exchange, right? When you're talking about celebrities, big picture, right? You're preventing people from getting preyed on by the people that they idolize, right? Like this Yeezy coin that's about to come out, it's gonna get rugged. It will be, right? What does it do? Does nothing. Doesn't make any money, right? It will get rugged. It will pump. It'll probably pump to the moon like Trump coin. It'll probably do a 10x. But you're playing a game of chicken with everybody else and Kanye West himself, right? To see who's gonna hit the sell button first. Oh, it could go higher. Sell. And when you see those red candles, they'll just capitulate, and everybody will want to be out of the project. That's a casino, everybody. I don't like playing that game when it comes to the crypto space. That is absolutely horrible. And and then people start making copycats and everything, and you're getting it's just a bad game to play, in my opinion, right? So that's kind of what I'm thinking about when it comes to like these exchanges, like Radium, Solana, Jupiter, the things that are launching like these tokens and allowing them to be exchanged, right? They having no accountability for what's launched on their platform, right? Like I have accountability for my videos that I'm launching on YouTube, right? I'm accountable for these videos. They're my responsibility, right? I'm putting out the content that I like and I enjoy, right? But I'm not shilling any coins to you guys, right? Because what if they do rug, or what if they do, right? So I acknowledge that these coins can go to zero. Anything that I talk about on this channel can go to zero. It really can, right? I'm not saying Bitcoin's going to zero, but there's always a chance. Anything can happen, right? Like, so having those exchanges being like, yeah, I'm launching them, but I really don't, I'm not accountable for, price action or anything like that. We're not saying that you're accountable for price action, but you need to be able to at least speak to Melania coin, Trump coin. You need to be able to speak to Libra. You need to be able to speak to, hey, yeah, we've been letting celebrities launch coins on our platform and they rug them, and it's fine, right? We got to be able to get some assurance from these platforms that they aren't in it on the back end, right? That they can kind of prevent it somehow. And I don't have the answers, I don't, but we deserve it as the public to get we deserve it as the American public, right? As the world public. To not risk getting rugged on by people who have billions of dollars, right? Kanye West, billionaire, Trump, billionaire, right? And they're just rugging. That's what these coins have been, right? They've been rug pulls. So I think these exchanges, I want to say I like it, but do they deserve this? Right? Do they deserve this? Right? The coin, these exchanges that have swapped these coins that have absolutely rugged the American public. You can make your own opinion on that, but to me, I'm like, they kind of deserve it, right? The team, they kind of deserve it, right? I hope this is a learning lesson for them. I hope they look at the project and they say, hey, yeah, what can we do in the future to prevent this? Because it's happened 3 times. It's happened 3 times over. I mean, with Hawk Tua, it happened with Trump, with Melania, with Libra. There's countless others. It's gonna happen to Yeezy, right? When does this stop, right? Why doesn't Cristiano Ronaldo come out with a coin and just, hey, I'm feeling like making $1 billion tonight. Can we launch a coin and rug it? Yeah, that's exactly what would happen, right? It would pump to the moon. He'd be like, all right, I'm out. And then he wouldn't talk to his fans or anything, and he's going to get absolute love just because of his fame. I don't know. That's just my opinion on it, right? From a macro perspective, but I think we deserve an answer, right? And until we get an answer, I think Radium, Solana, that beatdown, Jupiter, right? As much as I love Jupe and I swap on Jupe, don't get me wrong, we deserve an answer. The people deserve an answer on that, right? All right, let's dive in. Wanda, what's up? Did you place any shorts in the last 2 days? No, Wanda, I did not place any shorts in the last 2 days. I've been sitting on my hands waiting for the bounce, right? Whenever you're shorting, right? Let's look at Bitcoin, right? Whenever you're shorting the market, and for me, it's hard. For me, mentally, it's hard. Why? Because I have a lot of spot, right? I have a lot of spot in these big platforms, or in these big projects, right? So why would I short? Why would I short and take out sell orders, right? Betting that the price is going to go down, because I think the price is going to go up, right? That's why you invest, right? So you were at the line in the sand right here at this high volume node. Could have taken a short, could have taken a long. You could have gone either way, right? It was getting tight in this range. And you could have speculated on the short going down in the gap in the VRVP, absolutely, right? But to me, every time that we were getting these wicks, right, they were bought up so fast, right, and was sleeping with for me, and I'm not excusing or anything, right? Like I didn't see a short coming. I didn't see this kind of mass capitulation coming. But I was sleeping right during market hours, right? That's when I normally sleep, from 9:30 to 5:30, right? 9:30 to 5 or whatever. But whenever you get that massive, those massive moves and those buy ups, right? That can lead to massive wicks right here, right? If New York buys up, right, boom, my short would have gotten liquidated. I'd be like, what in the world? It was already down at 91,000, right? Like down here in this mass capitulation event. This happened, I believe, during the what happened on February 2nd? Oh, it was the Fed. It was the Fed meeting, wasn't it? I think it was the Fed meeting, yeah. But yeah, we had that mass capitulation, disaster, right? Disaster, right? We had another couple days of red. When you're looking at here, look back in the charts and tell me how many times you see 3 major red candles in a row. I mean, 1, 2, 3, not major. 1, 2, 3, what happened? You had a big wick right there, right? 1, 2, 3. Okay, you got a little continuation, but then what happened? That gets eaten up, man. Like Bitcoin it's still, people are still trying to get in Bitcoin here under $100,000. I promise you, those Michael Saylor's still buying, baby. Michael Saylor's still buying. I'm not gonna be shorting when somebody's putting in multi-billion-dollar buy orders, right? That's just my mindset, right? I like to look for longs. I'm a long trader. I like looking for longs, and if there's shorts, let the shorts be short. I'm not gonna be long when we could be short, right? Like you know, but it's hard for me to short. It's hard for me mentally on spot, and I got to get better, right? What do I do when I want to look for a short? Well, I start flipping the chart upside down, right? Start looking at the chart for flipping the chart upside down. Right now, it's looking really bullish for Bitcoin on the 15-minute time frame. Does this not look like a shoulder, a head right shoulder? But say we were looking at the opposite, right? Looking at upside down, we're looking for shorts, right? Does that not look like a shoulder, head right shoulder, and you would short this to the downside, back down to like 96K, or at least this next high volume node, right? You would take a long here, right? This would be an applicable short, right? This would be an applicable short, right? And this is what I'm starting to do when I'm looking for short trades, flipping things upside down, right? Like when I do at the gym, when I get angry, you flip things upside down. And it helps you visualize, right? Okay, if you don't like looking for shorts, all I ever do is look for longs, baby. All I ever do is look for longs, because I just look for longs on the inverted chart. It helps me a lot mentally. It really does, right? If I am shorting. But no, Wanda, I did not short any of this market, right? I am looking for longs, baby. I am looking for longs on this reversal. I'm looking for longs on this reversal. All right, diving into the chat. Yep, Wanda, no shorts. Thanks, Matt. Thank you, April. Thank you, Wanda. Thank you, guys. Keep lighting up the chat. Drop your coins in the chat. If you guys want me to dive in with my TA, I'm excited to go over everything for you guys. That was our biggest winner, our biggest loser, crypto market cap. We got our coin market cap. We got our fear and greed sitting at 26. Good time to pick up some projects, in my opinion, in the last hour. What's been hot, baby? We got Story, Bear Chain, Celestia looking good, Jasmine, yep, FET. Oh man, let's look at FET. I remember FET was up at $2, wasn't it? It was FET. And you know, since this has been destroyed since virtuals came out, right? Virtuals started getting some hype. AIXBT, all those things started getting some hype in early December, right? And then FET just fell off the chain, right? One of the bigger AI plays, right? But just haven't been able to compete with virtuals so far, right? So that's what we're seeing with that sell-off, right? For FET, you are in this falling wedge right now. It's looking to come to an end. You need a bounce here sooner than later, right? At least back up to this high volume node here at about 132, or you could really be looking at your bear market lows right here, and it could come fast. Look at that high volume node sitting at 22 cents. Can you imagine a 22-cent FET, right? Like that would be absolute carnage. I definitely don't want to see that. Wanda, you want to look at H-bar? We will look at H-bar. H-bar is cool. I like it as a project. It does seem to run hand in hand with XRP, baby, one of the strongest coins in the game. H-bar going on that colossal tear since the election time period, right around that November 6th, November 7th period. You had, I think it was like a 500%er, right? 700% run in just a matter of a couple weeks. What is H-bar, right? Well, it deals in real-world assets. It's based here in good old Yeehaw, Texas, everybody. That's where I'm located today. Texas, everybody. Texas. Shout out to all my Yeehaw Texans in the chat, right? So H-bar, all right. H-bar, real world asset, right? Real world asset. dealing with a lot of foreign countries with gem tokenization and stuff. They aim to tokenize a lot of assets, veteran owned and everything. There's a lot of good things that are going on for HBAR right now. Their site's really cool, right? But let's look at the chart. Let's look at the chart. So HBAR has kind of been slowly trickling its way down, bleeding out, coming down to this daily 200 MA. That's what I'm seeing right here. We did fall off, right, from this high volume node up here. We broke below, and we have not been able to recover. Where are we likely to come? Well, you have a couple stops on your way to the downside. Right now, I'd be looking at this daily 200 SMA, baby, the daily 200 SMA, and I'd be looking at this next high volume node. Come on, VRVP. All right, there we go. I'd be looking at this next high volume node down here in the around the 14-cent region. I believe this will be a really, really good area to look for a reversal, at least some kind of reaction back to the upside, right? Maybe a wick down in this region. I would be looking for, I might set some limit orders tonight on this, right? For a long back up to the high volume node. We may get some capitulation for HBAR, right? But I mean, you are getting a little bit of green candles here on the near term, right? Let's get rid of this for now. Let's see if there's any div forming here. Any div. When I div, you div, we div, right? All right. All right, we got this bull div forming. Boom, boom, boom. On the 4 hour, that is pretty critical, right? You get bull div forming on the 4 hour. It is no joke, right? Saying that we're going to break this high right here before we break this low, this 4 hour bull div looking to kick in. It looks really good with Bitcoin dominance starting to fall, everybody. So that's what we are looking at here in the near term. HBAR, baby, HBAR. It looks like we're getting that reaction to the upside, everyone, to the upside. That's what I'm looking at for HBAR, right? All right, that's what I'm looking at for HBAR Wanda in a nutshell there. It's kind of forming this channel here. I do like what I'm seeing there. Boop, boop, boop. Right, if we get a breakout here, you could be seeing a pretty quick move from HBAR, right, to the upside. And we are going to be moving. Everybody, thank you for joining me tonight. You guys are absolute legends for joining me. This is going to be a shorter stream. We're going to be diving into the markets and looking for these juicy reversal trades. Stand by for my video in the morning. I am super excited to give that to you guys. Beginner series coming. A lot of big things coming for this channel. Thank you for dropping that like, that comment, those subs, right? You guys are absolutely amazing. Let's see. Did you buy? Oh, Sin Nasty Kid. Thank you for the chat. Let's dive in. Did you buy? I'll never leave a chat unread, everybody. I'll never leave a chat unread. I will not leave you unread. I used to hate when people left me on red. I still hate when people leave me on red, right? You know, you're on your iPhone, right? You're on your iPhone, and you can see that little indicator at the bottom, and you can see that they read it and they didn't respond. I will not do that to you guys. I will be here for you guys. And when we get, people that are coming in later on, right, when we have a bigger following, are not going to get whenever they're lighting up the chat, right? I'm going to see Sin Nasty Kid lighting up the chat, and I'm going to be like, I got to stop. Sin Nasty Kid is asking a question, one of the OG supporters, right? So we're going to be diving into Sin Nasty. What do you want, man? Let's see. Let's dive in. Did you buy? What would you like? Did you buy any of these nice dips on any of the altcoins? No, I did not buy many of the dips on any of the altcoins. Why? Because I do not have a lot of dry powder right now. I don't have a lot of cash on the side. I'm pretty heavily invested in the market, man. That's kind of where I stand on my altcoins. I did not buy any of the dips. I'm looking to focus on this leverage account, my other leverage accounts right now, to try and build those up. I did just sell a house, baby. I just sold a house. So I do have a large amount of money coming in here in the near future. And secretly in my mind, I kind of just hope we stay where we are, because that money's going to hit in a couple days, and I'm looking for those juicy discounts, baby. I'm looking for those juicy discounts. I'm going to be going pretty hardcore in this market here in the coming days. So if you guys want to see that on the live, where we'll have an altcoin purchasing session, I could do that for you guys. That would be a lot of fun to do. But yeah, we'll be putting some big money into some of these coins, speculating on higher prices, right? And we'll have a new fresh reserve of dry powder, and we're gonna dive in, baby. We're gonna try and get the best prices as possible on some of these coins, the most promising, the hottest projects, and try to get positioned for this 2025 bull run, which I believe is still on the table, baby. That's what I'm looking at as far as like averaging into these coins, right? We got in at some pretty good prices, right? Ondo at 80 cents, and we got, let's see, we got Chainlink. Let's look at Chainlink, right? I bought Chainlink back at 13 cents, or $13, right? What is happening to Chainlink? The hottest in the game, baby. What's happening? We're losing our daily 200 MA. You know, and this was when I was buying, right? When I was about to get out of the Navy, right? Like in this region when we broke the 200 MA on the daily, I was loving it. I was absolutely loving it. I was like, Chainlink to the moon, baby, Chainlink to the moon. I saw, you know, Donald Trump World Liberty Fi's wallet bought it, and I started screaming in my barracks room. I was like, ah! Everybody was waking up saying, what's going on? BoyceCrypto, what's going on? I don't understand. Why are you screaming? Well, Chainlink just pumped massively because the World Liberty Fi World Liberty Financial just bought a bunch of my bag, baby, so now we're pumping, baby. And then what happened? Chainlink has just been getting decimated, man. This is one of my favorite projects as well. Chainlink, what are you doing, baby? Dropping below your daily 200 SMA? Come on, man. Come on. This is looking absolutely, it looks like carnage, right? It really does not look good here on the near term for Chainlink, right? Especially on the daily time frame. Losing that daily 200, I can't say I'm a bull on Chainlink right now until we get back above that daily 200. I really can't. I can't. You have a high volume node sitting here at about 14.8, right? We did wick below that, and then you're all the way down here at 11. I don't want to see Chainlink come back to its come back to the lows we were seeing before November. I really don't want to see that. How, right? When it has that many partnerships, right, and that much institutional adoption. I gotta do a little more research into the founder. Like, is he selling on people? I don't know. So I gotta do a little more research. But man, I really like Chainlink, and this is falling below the daily 200 MA. Not a good look. Not getting as strong of a bounce as a lot of the altcoins are, right? I mean, you can zoom in the 4 hour. Man, it's just been absolutely kicked in the gonads, right? We do not want to see that for Chainlink. I think this is gonna be a real big player in the future, right? But there's something going on for Chainlink, because I don't think it deserves to be down at these prices. I really don't. And you could say, oh, it was manipulation. It was manipulation. Yeah, well, I mean, with how many big institutions are getting in. Now, let's see here. I just thought of something here. Where are we looking at? Hey, baby, we are looking at a 786 retrace right there. Is this the best time to get in the Chainlink? I'd like to see a bounce here off this golden pocket. I'm not going to get in, though, until we get back. I'm not going to buy more Chainlink until we get back above that 200 MA for sure. And I might speculate on a long up there with a stop below that wick and take this back up to the top. I'm really starting to see some longer term plays kind of form out here, everybody. I really am. We're going to be tracking those here on the live in front of all of you. I'm excited to do that with you guys. But there's a couple things in the way, right, for Chainlink, right? You got some high volume nodes up here at about that 1850 level, right? It's much higher volume nodes up here at that $24 level. That's just where a lot of Chainlinks exchanged hands in the past. And if those sellers are still there, baby, that could really do some havoc for Chainlink when we're trying to climb back up to the upside, right? You know, zooming out to the weekly, man, the weekly, we just touched the weekly 200 MA. Look where we bounced. We bounced off the weekly 200 MA for Chainlink. Yeah, that fib looks like it's looking juicy, everybody, looking juicy. A long-term 786 historically. We didn't hit the 786 right from that wick, but from this one we did. From this wick right here, we came down, touched the 200 MA on the weekly, and got that 786 bounce. This may be a really good price for Chainlink, but I don't understand why it's taking such a hammering compared to the rest of the market. Back almost where we bought at $13 back in here. This is carnage. This is carnage, right, for Chainlink. I really want to see it get back above this daily 200 MA and continue its move to the upside. That 21's been holding us down, and we got to get above that 21 at 18. There's a lot of resistance up above us for Chainlink. Come on, Chainlink. Push us to the upside, baby. Push us to the upside. Another American-made crypto I think is going to do absolute numbers in this alt season. All right, let's see. You want to, dude, Sin Nasty Kid, let's see. Did you buy any of these alt? Yeah, that's my stance on that. We got some money coming in from this house sale, baby, and we're going to be going on a buying spree. I cannot wait, right? All right, let's see. Make a video on Quant. Hey, man, you want a video on Quant? Let's see. Quant. I'll do a little dive on Quant. Sin Nasty Kid wants a video on Quant. Brother, we will give you a video on Quant. Let's do it. Right, Kaito's still running strong. Let's take a quick look at Kaito. I love Kaito, man. I think it's, I like the, I don't know, I haven't really tracking the price action besides what we've been looking at on stream, right? But I know it's been doing pretty well. Kaito, baby, Kaito, here we go. Almost a week old, holding up, holders about the same, right? And we are still, hey, back to brass tacks here. We are still where we were, speculating. Let's get rid of this here. We're still trending sideways, baby. That consolidation, and it's nice to see. Why, like on these assets, right, that are new, it takes some time to build some trust. And 5 days of sideways price action consolidation is really good for building trust. You have coins exchanging hands here. You know, showing healthy price action. I like what I'm seeing for Kaito here in the near term, right? I see that as a pennant here, as a pennant. Coming up for Kaito, baby, for Kaito. I think we could see some massively higher prices up to the $3 region, right? I know we were looking at some flags in here. You got that nice cup and handle. Was that a cup and handle 7860? Was that a cup and handle 7860 right here? The coupe, the coupe, the coupe, and the handle. Was that a 786? Looks to me like it was. Pretty close to it. Boop, boop. Yeah, we came down to that golden pocket, got that bounce, right? It looks really good for Kaito here in the near term. Kaito, the Google of crypto, everybody. The new Google of crypto. Looks really cool. I think the team's cool. The website's awesome, right? I did a video on that a couple days ago. I really am liking what I'm seeing for Kaito. Just on the macro time frame, on the macro, I think Kaito could do some damage, man. I really do. I really do. And again, it's just speculation, right? What if, you know, what if Google comes out with a competitor that says you can filter this based off of crypto and stuff, and Kaito just dies, right, and goes to zero? It could definitely happen, right? But you're looking at a $433 million behemoth, right? And $433 million is nothing to crypto. Nothing, right? You have all your top 10 market cap coins are all in the tens of billions, right? You're looking at a $500 million market cap, and this could be an easy 3, 4, 5x, right? Coming into this bull market, right? If it really does take the world by storm, right? What happens when we get absolute FOMO? What happens when this fear and greed index, whoop, starts creeping back up to the top? You know what does happen? Google trends start happening. Google trends happen. People start Googling everything. What's the next hottest project? What's the next 100x? What's the next 10,000x? What crypto should I buy, right? And where's that search volume going to lead, right? It's going to lead to Kaito, right? It's going to lead to Kaito. So I think as we get back in that extreme fear region, I think Kaito could really, really capitalize on that search volume. It's a data behemoth, man. It's a data behemoth. And I think speculatively, right, if we get back up in that extreme fear region and this bull market does continue, I think Kaito can do some massive damage. I think Kaito could right to the upside. I really do think it can. All right, let's dive in. Yeah, man, I'll get that video on quant going. I think that'd be really cool. Yeah, let's dive into quant a little deeper. I don't think a lot of people know what it is. I'm not as well versed on it as well, so it'll be a learning adventure for me. But let's dive in. I want to see what it is as a project as a whole, and see why it's been taking the market by storm. Why is it eating up, right? Why is it eating up and coming back over that $100 level and looking to, you know, potentially go and test that high at 165 when the rest of the coins are kind of struggling here? I think I'm interested, man. We'll dive in. Yeah, a lot of green here on the day. It's looking good. The last 15 minutes kind of you know, I love crypto bubbles, man. CryptoBubbles.net, it's super fun. You could go in here and you could sort everything by anything you want. You can sort it by rank or, you know, whatever cryptos you're interested in, the higher, lower market caps, right? You can go all the way down to 901 to 1,000. You can see all these, you know, tiny market cap ones, things that are, you know, $15 million market cap, real small, right? But the top 1,000 cryptos are on here. It looks really, really good whenever you're looking at these from a broader perspective, right? Because you can just see everything instead of combing through TradingView. Oh, I think I'm going to look at SUI. I think I'm going to look at SHIB. I think I'm going to look at ETH. You could pull this up and you could see, oh, hey, what's been making moves? What's been punished on the day? What's been about flat? What's been doing good relative to all the other cryptos? It's a nice overall market view. I really like crypto bubbles, right? I couldn't support it more. All right, guys. Hey, we got people coming back into the chat. Welcome to all you guys who just joined me here on the live. Drop your coins in the chat. Let's go, everybody. Let's go. What coins you guys want to see? What coins are hot? What do you guys think is going to happen? Is this bull market over? Is this bull market just getting started? Are these some of the best prices that we're going to see? Am I looking handsome on the stream? I want to hear what you guys have to say in the chat. Right? All right, cool. So Chainlink, right, coming up. Let's just look at Chainlink real quick. Chainlink coming up, trying to test that 15-minute 200 SMA. I'm liking how the 21's coming up with price action. I'm looking for a golden cross here as these lines do come to intersect, right? Once these lines intersect, I'm looking for some kind of consolidation, right, which we're currently getting, some kind of sideways price action, and boom, baby, boom. Let's see if we can get that move for Chainlink to the upside. Let's check on our active trades right now. Active trades, baby, active trades, right? All right, we got Bitcoin going on. What happened? Hold on. Were we not just in virtuals? Let's look at virtuals. What happened to virtuals? Virtuals, baby. Did I close it out? Well, I did close it out. What? Oh, we moved the stop to break even. We moved the stop to break even, right? Okay, we were down $1.60 on that trade. Okay, it is what it is. All right, I was like, what in the world? All right. So we're diving in. We're diving in. Cool. Yeah, I was like, what in the world happened on virtual? Oh, we did get wicked right there. That's what I saw. I was like, good night. What happened to virtuals? Right? But that's okay. Hey, it is what it is. We'll look for some consolidation, look to get back in, right? But the Bitcoin trade still on fire here. We're doing good. The quant trade already up massively, 6%. Shout out to whoever put out quant. Looks really good. Yeah, ICP, man. Let's go. ICP. I love ICP. Let's do it. ICP, man. It was when this coin got released. I remember it just being, oh my gosh, this was trading at hundreds of dollars, wasn't it? This was up in the, oh yeah. Yeah, this was up in the, I remember when this came out, this was trading at something ridiculous. Okay, that might be a scam wick. I don't know. That has to be a scam wick. There's no way. Yeah, I don't, yeah. I remember it being over $100 though. I remember it being massively like back in 21, right? I was in the Navy, sailing the high seas, protecting freedom and democracy around the world. And I got up my lunch break right when I was eating my raw chicken on the boat. I was waiting in line and I would pull out my phone and get on that sketchy Wi-Fi. And the only thing that I would see would be ICP, ICP glaring on CoinMarketCap saying, oh my gosh, it's down 1,000,000%, right? I do remember seeing that. Yeah, ICP, baby, ICP. Yeah, I remember that trading up massively, right? And I don't know what the team sold off or why we are where we are at $6, but here we are. Here we are. All right, let's look at ICP on the daily time frame, right? We did lose that daily 200 MA. Let's see if we can get some bullish div. Hey, baby, we are. Look at this, everybody. Look at this. Let's zoom on in here. We do have some bullish div forming on the RSI. What's bullish div? Well, we have a swing down on price action, creating a lower low while we are creating a higher high on the RSI indicator, stating that, hey, we are likely, BoyceCrypto, to break that high before we break this low. This looks like a good area for ICP off that daily bullish divergence. The last call we had on that was virtuals with the daily bullish divergence, and it pumped 35% off of that daily bull div, which was an insane move, That looks really good for ICP. You're getting that daily bullish engulfing candle, baby. A bullish engulfing candle, what is that? That's when you can fit the prior candle inside the next candle, right? This went it's like on Pac-Man. Whenever you eat one of those ghosts, you can fit the entire thing inside of Pac-Man, right? Boom, to the upside for ICP. It has taken a massive beatdown, right? And it was in this consolidation range. That February 2nd really did a number to the altcoins, right? It just did a massive, look at ICP taking a brutal beatdown over a couple days, 50%, absolutely nasty, right? And now you're down in an area that that wick took you below. You haven't seen prices like that since December of 23, over a year ago. It's crazy to think that we're at about $100,000, $90K for Bitcoin, right? And some of these altcoins are at their almost at their bear market lows. What is this? Right? But we got a massive swing down here, right? We got a horizontal, not a horizontal, an oblique resistance, right? Yeah, you're falling in this channel, man. Let's clean this up a little bit. You're falling in this channel. You're below the daily 200 MA. I won't touch this until we get above the daily 200 MA, just for my sanity, right? Like whenever you're below the daily 200 MA, that screams bear market territory for me. You fell below and you never got back above, right? When you reclaim that, you can say, hey, yeah, we may be looking for higher prices here. But when you're below, you're below the prior lows, you're praying for a double bottom here. And now if you really believe in the project, this may be some of the best prices that you ever get. If you're looking to hold this for a couple of years and you think ICP is going to be the thing that changes the world, I see no reason why not to scoop up a little bit of ICP here, right? You're at some prices that you haven't seen in years. But if you're speculating on a move back up to the upside, it's to test these highs, which I know it seems unlikely, right? I know it seems unlikely, like, wow, everything's gotten beaten down, but watch dominance give. Watch dominance give back all that percentage gains that has moved up over the past 2 years. Watch and see what happens to these altcoins. For those of you who have not been through an alt season before, it is monumentally, it is incredible. It is incredible. You think you see an XRP this year of 500%? That's going to be an absolute joke compared to what some of these altcoins are able to do. You're going to see 10 and 20 X's. It is going to be massive. Some of the projects that could really, really change the world, utility, things like that. When people start getting that FOMO for the altcoins, like people have had FOMO for Bitcoin, you are going to see these things moon, baby, moon. You're going to see Google Trends going through the roof. Kaito is going to make an absolute run to the upside just because, and speculatively, right? It's just because everybody's going to be searching for the next 10 million X gem, right? So that it's likely that these altcoins, these stronger altcoins, right, ICP may be able to make a push to the upside. I would really like to see that for this project. I think it's really cool. I think the team should have publicly acknowledged something. I bet they did. They had to, right, in order to keep the project alive. The team had to have publicly acknowledged something down here, some kind of burn or something in order to get. I don't know if you're ever going to see a multi-$100 price target again. I don't know. I can't speak to that. But what I can say is here in the near term, you're looking at this push to the upside, right, for ICP, hoping off this double bottom. The VRVP is playing games with me here. Yeah, even at 244. Oh, good night, right? We're looking for that push out of this falling wedge, right, to the upside, right? Break that 200 MA, close this gap in the VRVP back up to the original highs almost, right? You crack this high, you're likely to come to this one up here. Boop, boop. And once you do that, you're gone, baby. You're gone. Look at this. This would be a massive, massive. Is this a 786 retracement off the cup and handle, right? You got your cup. Boop. You got to ignore that VRVP there. That VRVP is going to be annoying because of the price action, right? Is this your cup, right? And it looks like this was your handle, right? And you've got that breakout, right? And now you're forming another maybe cup, right? Cup, baby. Your cup and your handle. And they can slant. They can slant. It is what it is. They can slant. It's just a falling wedge, right? But it's nice to see that cup beforehand for confluence, right? And you get that breakout to the upside. It's just like a bull flag, right? But the cup kind of gives it confluence. And they just breakout patterns that break up about 60% of the time. It looks really good for ICP here, man. It really does. But you got to hold this level. You need to. Or you're at risk of falling to these high volume nodes. Oop! Or you're at risk of falling to these lower. Let's zoom in here with a VRVP update here. Oh, try Uvula. Yeah, you're at risk of falling below here to these other high volume nodes that are sitting down here at about 450. That's not what we want to see for ICP, man. That's not what we want to see. All right. Yeah, man, that's what I'm seeing for ICP. That push to the upside, critical. Breaking that daily 200, getting up here to that $13 region, kind of coming up to test this high. It relies on Bitcoin just holding where it. Bitcoin doesn't even need to pump, everybody. It doesn't. It doesn't. Who cares if Bitcoin pumps? It does not matter, right? Bitcoin just needs to go sideways, right? Bitcoin just needs to go sideways to let dominance start to fall, right? Let's look at that flag that we were looking at Bitcoin dominance here on the 15. Bitcoin dominance on the 15, trying to give it back, baby. Trying to give it back. Look, two little candles, two green candles to the upside, right? This may extend. I don't want to do that. I like the bearish retest idea right there for Bitcoin dominance. We'll slide this. Yeah, you're still looking. You're above the high volume node. You crack that high volume node, you're likely to fall very quickly, like we have over the course of the day, right? That's a massive flagpole to the downside, everybody. That is massive, right? If you looked at this from a inverted perspective, let's do that. Tell me this is not a flag that you would trade, right, above the daily 200 MA, right? 21 coming up in the price action and breaking the higher prices, right? That is what I'd be looking at for and speculating on a long. But since we're looking at it inverted, right, you got to look at it as a short, right? So this is what you would be looking at. Looking inverted, you gotta be looking at it as a short, looking for lower percentages for Bitcoin dominance, right? There's that high volume node right there. You crack that, and you're going on a trip to the downside, baby. You're going on a trip to the downside. That's what we're looking at for Bitcoin dominance. That's what we need for these altcoins to continue to thrive in this environment, right? Now, Bitcoin takes a nuker. You're gonna see something like we saw back here. You're gonna see something like we saw back here. In a single day, Bitcoin absolutely capitulated, right? And Bitcoin dominance came up and reclaimed almost that 200 MA. In a single day, right? So Bitcoin dominance is nothing to be reckoned with. Like this, we did almost form a bearish engulfing candle here, but it could go either way for dominance. But I like what I'm seeing with that daily bearish divergence, right? Swing across to swing down on the bearish divergence. Boom, boom, boom. It says we're going to break this low before we break this high. That bear flag giving a lot of confluence with that. That's my call of the night, everybody. We're going to break this low before we break this high and come down and potentially test this 200 MA on dominance. I see altcoins making a recovery here. I see altcoins starting to move, everybody. I see altcoins starting to move. And I know there's going to be a lot of people that have a lot of fear in the market, but this is a time, everybody. This is the time where you're going to see the best prices, baby. This is the time where you're going to see the best prices. I'm not saying every altcoin is going to be a winner, but I'm saying that these these altcoins really do look like they want to make a comeback here. They've shown relative strength compared to Bitcoin's dump. I like what I'm seeing for these altcoins. Dang, I wasn't looking at myself on the. Is my beauty light on? Is my beauty light a little off? I don't want to shine that bright light on you guys. I look like Casper the Ghost. Oh, all right. Let's see. What else you guys want to go over? Drop it in the chat. I love going over all these coins with you guys. Thank you for all your ideas. Thank you for spending your Tuesday night with me. It's Tuesday, right? Thank you for spending your Tuesday night. I think it's Tuesday. It's Tuesday. Yeah, thank you for spending your Tuesday night with me, everybody. This has been absolutely insane. I love it. I love being here with you guys every single day. I'm going to be here with you guys every single day until I can't. Well, no, I'm going to be here with you guys every single day. I'm not taking a day off. I'm going to go like my mentor, Sam Price. We're going to catch up to that record, baby. We're going to catch up to that record. We're going to go 100 days, 200 days, 1,000 days without a day off. We're going to build a community here brick by brick. We will build this house. Thank you, everyone, for joining me tonight. Thank you. I enjoyed every minute of it. We got some hot gems. We got some longs going on quant Bitcoin. Come on, Bitcoin, pull up, baby, pull up. Right, Bitcoin starting to struggle a little bit. Oh, let's see. Oh, we need this 5-minute 200 MA to hold us, baby. Yeah, we got the stop below the 5-minute 200 MA. We'll see how that plays out throughout the night. It looks good to me. Still looks good to me. I don't want to see big red candle. We'll see how that pans out throughout the night. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I will see you guys on the live tomorrow at 9:30 Central, 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. You guys were awesome tonight. Thank you for lighting up the chat. I cannot wait for tomorrow. I cannot wait to see how the market reacts to this bounce in the morning. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. I'll be sure to answer them tomorrow on the live. I love you guys. Enjoy your night. Until then, BoyceCrypto.